Yes, sir. We have a quorum.
Thank you. At this time, would everyone please rise? Pastor Clark Bozier, Willow Park Baptist Church, will give the invocation and the pledge. Pastor Bozier.
Let's pray. Our Father, we come to you tonight so grateful, God, for your goodness, so grateful for your mercy, so thankful, God, that you loved us enough that in your providence, God, you allowed your Son to come and live and die. And God, I am so grateful that they put him in a tomb, but God, it was a borrowed tomb because he came out of it. And I thank you that because of that, he even sits even now at your right hand. And your word says that he ever lives to make intercession for us with groanings that, God, we could never utter. And so, God, your word says without you we can do nothing. And we recognize that tonight. Every good and every perfect gift, your word says, comes from you. And God, we are so grateful that we get to live in the United States of America. We're so grateful, God, that we get to live here. Out of all the places in all the world, we get to live here. And I thank you for that. And God, our nation is only as great as the men and women who are in charge or in leadership. You said we're to pray for them which are in authority, that we might live a good, and God, we might live a peaceable life. And God, may you always remind us that righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. You said, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. And God, if ever there was a time that we wanted to draw nigh to you, that time is now. If ever there was a time that we needed your favor, we needed your wisdom, we needed your blessings, God, that time is now. And so I pray today for our council. I'm grateful, God, for the men and women who serve here. I'm grateful for the men and women, Mr. Grimes and all the others who work and serve, and God, who do what they do. And God, they do it for your honor, do it for your glory. They do it with excellence, and I'm thankful for them. I'm grateful for Mr. Moss and what he's done for our city and the blessings that have come because of him. God, I'm thankful for Ms. Teresa Palmer. I love her, and I pray, God, that your blessings would be upon her. I pray that these next few days for our city and for our community would be a blessed time. I pray they'd be a favored time. And I pray that, God, in advance, you'd know that we give you the praise and we give you the honor and we give you the glory. And God, as your word says, we lack wisdom. So God, guide us. God, let your thoughts be our thoughts. Let your ways be our ways. And God, may you always get glory for what you're doing. God, I thank you again for your Son, Jesus Christ, who gives us life, who gives us abundant life, who gives us eternal life. God, I am so grateful for Willow Park. I love this area. I love these people. I'm thankful for these that are in this room today. How I want them to know health and how I want them to know favor. God, how I want them to have the blessings of God that would be upon their life. God, we commit this time to you. Lead us now, guide us now, and God, in advance, we're going to praise you and thank you for what you do. Because it's in Jesus' name we pray. And everybody said, Amen. Amen. We'll say the pledge. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. At this time, we have a couple of public comments. Miss Mary Robb, would you come up and state your name and address, please?
Hello, my name is Mary Robb, 207 Fairway Drive, Willow Park, Texas, resident of 33 plus years. Just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to you, to your wife, for the sacrifice, for the commitment that you've made to voluntarily serve this city. And without this current city council and you as mayor and this amazing city staff, Willow Park would have never accomplished what it did these last years. Just recently awarded from Parker County for City of Excellence. I just want to commend you, and from my husband, City Councilman Greg Runnebaum, and myself to say thank you to you and Linda.
Thank you. Next is Mr. Ron Miller. Ron, would you please state your name and address, please?
I'm Ron Miller, 708 Queensway Road. This won't take very long, but I echo her voice as far as saying thank you. We've been residents out here for 40 years, and we've had the best mayor the last 8 years out of those 40 years. But thanks for your service. Thanks for your dedication. And best of luck in the new chapter.
Thank you, Ron. First item is approve the minutes from the April 22nd meeting. Has everyone had a chance to review, and do we have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion that we approve the city council meeting minutes from April 22nd, 2025.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion second. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Is Jake here?
Yes.
Next item, to approve the second quarter financial report, Mr. Jake Weber. Jake.
Good evening. So this is going to give us a good overview. This is through March 31st, so this is halfway through the year. And there's going to be some pretty solid indicators on here to see where we're at year to date. So again, you have the numbers in front of you. I'm going to go through the three major funds, highlight a few things. If you have any questions, please let me know. So general fund, you can see year to date, we're up 922,000. M&O, so we're right on track on that. We're within $26,000 on M&O collected. So you think with 6 months to go, that puts us right where we want to be there. So that's a good thing. We're up 228,000 from last year on that. Sales tax, again, we're on budget. It's up 130,000 from last year. There was a one-time payment. Remind me, what was that for that we had?
It was the February
Yeah.
payment. It was a result of the comptroller settlement with either Home Depot or Lowe's on the source pricing.
That's right, yeah. So that's why you're a little bit ahead on that, but again, it's trending on budget, so getting back on the sales tax side, so that's a positive thing. Development's down a little bit, so that's specifically looking at your permits. You're down 213,000 from last year, so that's, again, something we're going to keep an eye on. Just your overall cost and your general fund, you're within budget. I mean, you can see you're at 52% halfway through the year, so again, right on track. Again, you're up a little bit on some certain items, but it was all budgeted, right? So really solid on general fund so far. Water fund, so you can see, year to date, you're down 722,000, but there's a few things to point out on that. Number one, your debt payments. Your large payments in February were 940,000. The August payments are only 170, right? So that's a timing thing of when those are paid out. We also, on the water line, Hudson Oaks still owes us their portion, which is 347,000. So that will come in. We'll have that recouped from a cash standpoint. And then also just the timing of your revenue, right? We're going into the summer months, so we're actually ahead of where we were last year on the user charges. So again, that revenue is going to tick up. So that number should come closer, to a break-even mark, but that's why we're a little bit behind so far this year. And just a couple other things on the expense side. There's a little bit of debt issuance cost related to the new debt that was issued on the water line that shows up as an expense. And then our water purchases year to date are 168,000. So from Fort Worth. So again, that's in line with budget, but just some things to point out on the water fund. And then on wastewater, again, you see a deficit, similar situation. Your timing of your debt payments, right? So your February payments were 932,000. August is 276, so that you're going to recoup on that. And then also your user fees, we did the rate increase, and that's keeping us on track to be able to keep that fund afloat and be able to pay for the cost and the debt coming through there. And then just some other comments on some other funds. The Fort Worth water line, the project, we've had the cash in there. There's just over $1 million. I know they're looking at potentially the bids for that pump station, so that's the cash available.
Storage tank.
Or storage tank, I'm sorry, that for that particular project when the bids come in there. The wastewater package plant, the cash to date as of March 31 is $8.6 million to be spent remaining on that, on the wastewater plant. And then I was just going to let you know on the drainage fund, there's $1,272,000 in cash in that fund, and that's part of some debt that was issued before that has not yet been spent, and then also just some additional user fees we've collected on that fund. So those are just some of the things I wanted to highlight on the three major funds and just some other areas. So is there any questions for me on anything?
So overall, looking at this at the midway point of our fiscal year, how are we looking?
I think you look good. In all your major funds, you got strong cash position. Even, we looked at water, wastewater, the deficit, trying to explain, hey, we're going to come back on that. Water, you have solid reserves. And general fund obviously is in very strong position, and we've actually built up some reserves the last few years on that.
Any other questions for Jake, or do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the financial reports dated March 31, 2025 as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Thank you. At this time, we'll skip to item number 4. First, I would like to thank my wife and best friend Linda, Miss Linda, for letting me serve the city of Willow Park as mayor these past 8 years. It is always difficult for family when people say hateful and untrue things about you, but she has endured it with grace and patience. I would like to thank the citizens of Willow Park for allowing me to serve as mayor these past 8 years. When I was elected as mayor, this city was in disarray. We had no relationships with other cities. Our water situation was critical, as was our wastewater treatment facilities. In 3 short years, we solved the water situation for our city for years to come. This September, the city will open a new wastewater treatment plant. We repaired over 10 miles of roads, and as we speak, engineering is currently being done on Squaw Creek to replace it. This council recently approved a road project to start in June that will repair several roads on the south and west sides of the city. This council has worked on road projects every year. Leah, Greg, Eric, Sean, and Nate, thank you for helping us make this city the envy of Parker County. With the projects we have done these past few years, together we have made Willow Park a better place for our citizens and our neighboring communities. My hope is you will continue the work you were elected to do. It has been my honor and privilege to serve with you. Not all the decisions you have made were easy, but we all had a common goal in mind in doing what was best for our citizens and the city. Mr. Grimes, our city has progressed with your expertise in putting together a remarkable staff. You were a tremendous help to me on the workings of city government and helped me be a better mayor. Thank you. To the city staff leadership team, it has always also been a privilege to have worked with people who genuinely care for each other and help our city be the best it can be. All of you are an asset to the city manager and to the city. Thank you for your professionalism and support in helping Mr. Grimes and myself be better at what we do. To the city employees, thank you for the pride you take in your work and helping Willow Park put its best foot forward. I know you will continue to do so. I am proud to say that we ran our re-election campaign on truth, trust, and facts, the same way we have led this city for the past 8 years. This was a very ugly election, and it has taken a toll on everyone involved. It is no longer the time for blame or spreading misinformation. Our citizens and city deserve better. I hope Willow Park has a very bright future, and I look forward to watching our city continue to grow and prosper under this excellent council and staff. Thank you all for letting me serve. It has been my honor. May God bless our city and everyone in it. Thank you. I think it's exit stage right, but I'm going left. Thanks, Nate.
Hey, Pat. Pat, as a matter of pro forma, Nate needs to read the next agenda.
Yep.
Yeah. You can do it from there, just you need to read it.
Okay. Next item on the agenda that is
Number 3,
Yep.
sorry.
to consider and act on Resolution 2025-04, a resolution canvassing the election results from the May 3rd, 2025 general election.
Dina.
Mayor Pro Tem and Council, we ask for you to approve this resolution that accepts the results of the election as per the county tally sheets that you got. You got some of that in your packet. You got all of those numbers, and we received that information on Monday, and everything on the sheets you received is what the county gave us, and so everything is correct. So we just ask for your approval of that resolution to approve the election from May 3rd.
Do we need to read the resolution or?
No, if you would just move to approve.
Move to approve resolution,
I can,
yeah, you want to make the motion?
me to read it?
The suggested motion, or the, yeah, read the caption.
Resolution number 2025-04, a resolution canvassing the election returns and declaring the results of a general election held on May 3rd, 2025 for the city of Willow Park for the purpose of electing a mayor, council member place 1, and council member place 2.
Okay, we've heard the motion. Do we have, or we have heard that?
Make a motion that we accept as presented by City Secretary.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Thank you.
All right. Nate, I guess technically you need to do number 5 now, and then Dina can do it.
I'm sorry, guys.
Nate's going to do the agenda item, and then you're going to do
Oh,
the,
he's going to do that?
yeah,
Okay.
you read the agenda item, she's going to swear them in.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay.
Excuse me. Hold on.
Number 5.
Administer the oath of office.
It's item number
Is that on?
5.
Okay, excuse me. All right.
There you go.
Item number 5, be administered the oath of office to newly elected officials. City Secretary Dina McMullen will administer the oath of office to Mayor-elect Teresa Palmer, City Council Member Place 1-elect Eric Contreras, and City Council Member-elect Place 2 Sean Gilliland.
Okay, we're going to do these individually per the request. Okay.
Who wants to go
Thank you.
first? Rock, paper, scissors?
The mayor.
Would you like to go last? Since you're, yes,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
All right, Mr. Contreras.
Yeah.
Okay. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Eric Contreras,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of council member place 1
of Council Member Place 1
of Willow Park
of Willow Park
of the state of Texas
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my abilities
and will to the best of my abilities
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. And then if you will just sign for me, wherever it says.
Come on, Ryan, smile, man.
You will stand right there, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of council member place 2 of Willow Park of the state of Texas, and will to the best and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Congratulations. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Teresa Palmer,
Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Mayor of Willow Park
of Mayor of Willow Park,
of the state of Texas,
State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
There we go. Count of three, guys. 1, 2, 3. All right, one more. Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
You want a speech from back here? Whatever you want to do. We never really discussed that.
No, we didn't. I can do it right now.
You can do it back here, whatever you're comfortable with.
You need to sit down before I pass
Okay.
out.
I'm sorry, we should have went over that.
Right? Sits down. Ooh, it's got my name on it. Okay. Not supposed to say this, but I'm very nervous. So I'm breathing but not swallowing. So got some things to say, so I'm just going to go for it. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, to the people of our great community, thank you. Personally and sincerely, I am grateful for the trust you've placed in me to serve as your mayor. Your voices were heard, your votes were counted, and your message was clear. I'm here because of you, and I will never forget that. To my family and friends, your love, strength, and unwavering support have carried me to this moment. I could not have made this journey without you, and I will always be grateful. Above all, I give thanks to God for calling me to serve, for granting me the strength to lead, and for giving me the opportunity to make a difference. This moment belongs not to me, but to something far greater. To the council and staff, as we move forward together, we must understand that the people have spoken. I'm here to carry out the mandate they have given. I call upon you to join me in that mission with purpose, humility, and integrity. With that in mind, my very first act as your mayor is to declare the following proclamation. I hereby proclaim from the office of mayor, and with the hope that council and staff will join me in this commitment, a new standard for how we engage with and serve the people of Willow Park. We work for the people. Every decision and every dollar must reflect our accountability to the taxpayers who employ us. Respect and courtesy are non-negotiable. All staff and council members must treat residents and each other with professionalism, patience, and respect, even in disagreement. Transparency is the default. We will conduct city business openly. Information belongs to the public, and we will favor disclosure over secrecy. Clear, timely, and honest communication. The public should never be left in the dark. Every citizen deserves direct, clear, and complete answers. We will lead with humility, not ego. Titles do not make us superior to the people we serve. We will listen more than we speak and stay open to feedback. Customer service is core government service. From permits to potholes, every department must treat residents like valued customers. Commitment to fairness and inclusion. No citizen should feel ignored, dismissed, or treated unfairly based on who they are, who they know, or what they believe. Professionalism is the baseline. Gossip, personal agendas, and internal politics have no place in a city hall focused on the people it serves. The mayor, council, and city staff are community liaisons, not power brokers. Our role is to elevate the voices of the people, not to silence, steer, or control them. We will build a culture of trust. This administration must be committed to rebuilding trust through action. Accountability will be expected and enforced. This proclamation is not a suggestion, it's an expectation of citizens who we serve. It sets the standard of conduct this administration will uphold and enforce. More importantly, it marks a culture shift at City Hall, one rooted in humility, respect, transparency, and trust. I trust this administration will embrace this obligation with the grace of a servant's heart. You can expect nothing less from me. As my second act as your mayor, in keeping with those values, I formally propose that the following item be added to the next council agenda, a council discussion to begin the process leading to a home rule election. Willow Park is operating under an outdated government concept, one that no longer reflects the size, complexity, and aspirations of our growing city. We surpassed the 5,000 resident threshold for home rule in 2015. That's 10 years ago. And this year, we're on track to reach 9,000 residents. The time has come for a serious, deliberate conversation about our future. I urge this council to begin the discussion, that process immediately, to include forming a charter commission made up of Willow Park residents. The commission's task would be to draft a home rule charter, a local constitution tailored to Willow Park's unique needs and values, one that empowers our community with a stronger voice, greater local control, and encourages active public engagement in how we govern ourselves. Once completed, the draft would return to the council, which may then vote to place it on the ballot for the citizens to decide in an election. This is not about rushing a decision. It's about starting a responsible, informed conversation about our future. But the time to act is now. I call upon our council to lead this effort, not with hesitation or political calculation, but with the will of the people as our guide. Our citizens deserve their voice to be heard. Hold on. I look forward to discussion on home rule at the next council meeting. Finally, I want to make a public statement about my personal commitment to transparency and open communication. Over the past week, I've been advised by council and city staff to stop sharing information through my public social media. but I didn't run to maintain the status quo. I've consulted with fellow mayors, trusted advisors, and legislators across Texas who all agree the people of Willow Park deserve to be informed early and often. I will continue using my platforms to share what's happening, what's coming, and how you can be involved. You hired me to represent you, and respect, not to hide behind closed doors. That's a commitment I intend to keep. My sincere hope is that the leadership, by example, will take hold. It's time for City Hall to get back to work for the people with meaningful communication, active engagement, and true transparency. You deserve nothing less. In closing, let me say one more time how truly grateful I am, the citizens of Willow Park, for your trust and for the honor of serving you as your mayor. I trust in you, the great citizens of the community, to remain vocal, engaged, and unafraid to speak truth to power. My door is always open. Bring me your concerns, and I will personally work with our council and staff to see them addressed. I trust in our council and staff to carry out their duties with integrity, keeping their focus and actions aligned with the will of the people. Together, we will face every challenge and embrace every opportunity with honesty, courage, and heart. And finally, I trust in God to walk beside me, to guide my decisions with wisdom, and to shield this work and this city with His protection over the next 2 years. For the duration of my service as your mayor, I'm here to serve you, the proud and deserving citizens of Willow Park. God bless you and thank you. Are we going to 7?
Do what, ma'am? I'm sorry.
Are we going to 7?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first time out. Here we go. So we're going to number 7 on our agenda, discussions and actions, appointment of Mayor Pro Tem. So open it up for discussions.
I spoke with Leah Young today. She expressed an interest in continuing to be our Mayor Pro Tem, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, so I nominate Leah.
Okay, second?
Second.
Second, okay. Motion carried.
We got to call the vote.
To vote?
Yes, ma'am.
Call to vote.
All in favor?
We have a motion and a second. All say it. Everybody say aye.
Leah Young, right?
Leah Young,
Yep.
yes. Sorry.
That sounds good. Okay, number 8, discussion and action, appointment of alternative Mayor Pro Tem. Do we have discussion?
Yes.
I've served the past few, but I'd like to offer to Eric and nominate Eric Contreras if you're willing and open to serve as alternate to the
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Second.
Okay.
Greg made the second, or Greg made the motion, you made the second? Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Say aye.
Call for the vote.
Yep.
No.
No nays? Okay.
So to be clear, Leah is the Mayor Pro Tem, and Eric is the alternate Mayor Pro Tem, commonly known as semi-pro.
Okay, number 9, discussion and action approving resolution 2025-07, updating signatures for city bank accounts.
Yes, so with the changes from Bill leaving previously this year and with the election coming in, we need to change the signatories at all bank accounts. Most of the bank accounts are at First Financial Bank. I think we do have one CD at First, what's Sands Bank? First Texas, yes. And so what this does is it removes Doyle Moss and Bill Funderburk from the signatories, and staff has recommended Teresa Palmer, Leah Young, myself, Andrea Saylor, and Michelle Gelker as authorized signatories. I would also, Pat, get your thoughts on adding another council member. It's more, if we need 5 on there, I'm fine with that. But I think having a staff member here is pretty common. But I know for sure we're going to have a couple of instances where Mayor Palmer and Leah may be out of town at the same time.
Yeah,
This Friday comes to mind.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
It does come to mind, doesn't it? Sure does.
Add one more would be a good idea.
Adding one more council member?
Yeah.
Okay. So who wants to draw the? All right. Is that, are you acceptable with that?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to remove Doyle Moss and Bill Funderburk as authorized signatories on the city accounts held with financial institutions, and that the following names will be authorized signatories on all city accounts held with financial institutions: Teresa Palmer, Leah Young, Brian Grimes, Andrea Saylor, Michelle Gelker, and Eric Contreras.
I'll second.
Okay.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Pat, will you revise, I'm sorry, Madam.
Nope, go ahead.
Will you revise the resolution? We can take it to the financial institutions this week. Thank you.
Okay. Number 10, discussion and action to approve Resolution 2025-08, updating signatures for the Police Seizure Fund.
Chief Lacy, you want to give a brief description of what the Police Seizure Fund is?
Who, me?
Sorry, he doesn't. I know.
Although I don't have the records on it tonight,
I understand.
there typically is by law, if we seize funds or property and convert it to funds, it must go into a seizure fund, which must be kept separate from general funds and is restricted on how it can be used. So whatever funds are in there are from seizures that occurred before my time. And if we expend it, we must expend it under state and federal laws guidelines. And that's what it would be.
Okay. I think the balance on it is relatively small.
Our finance director would know those. You may not know them tonight, but she's the one.
Yeah, it's $1,000 maybe $1,200.
It's a lot of paperwork to maintain for a very small amount of money.
Yeah.
Because we have to do quarterly, semi-annually, annually reports.
The names currently on those accounts is Candace Scott, Daniel Franklin, and Gary Garrett. And none of those individuals are currently employed with the city. And so we certainly need to update those. Following the protocol that we had in place, we have Andy Saylor, Andrea Saylor, Chief Ray Lacy, and Brian Roberts from the police department for those. That's staff recommendation for your consideration.
Okay. So is that your discussion?
That is our discussion unless council has any questions.
I'm good
We
with
need
that.
to read the resolution.
You can just say you're going to pass resolution 2508.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-08.
Second?
Second.
Okay. All ayes? Okay.
Okay.
Number 11, discussion and action to approve Resolution 2025-05, supporting the City of Willow Park's active transportation plan application to TxDOT 2025 Transportation Alternatives Set Aside, TA Call for Projects.
Mandy.
Hi, Mayor and Council. I'm Mandy McCarley. This is Gretchen Vasquez. So we have put in 2 applications to TxDOT for transportation alternatives. One of them is an overall plan for the city to get an engineering firm come in here, do an overall plan so we can connect our broken sidewalks, get ADA compliant corners, get safe routes to school, bike lanes.
It'll be a citywide, all-inclusive, comprehensive plan. That's one of the applications. We're trying to connect all active transportation elements, which include pedestrian, bicycle, micromobility. So one of the applications is for that all-inclusive citywide transportation plan. And the other one?
The other one is for the Meadow Place Drive and Kingsgate Road that has been come to our attention through several meetings, that is an unsafe crossing. There are no ADA corners. The sidewalk's literally dead end. And then it's a very busy intersection now with all the development over there off of Kingsgate Road and Meadow Place. So our proposition to TxDOT was to add bike lanes on Meadow Place to connect that hopefully through as our subdivisions grow that way. And also to add, like I said, the ADA corners, a crosswalk, and we're going to add lights. We've gone to Encore to add street lights over there on that dark corner too. Bike lanes on Meadow Place, and then adding and then connecting the sidewalks on Meadow Place to get to Kingsgate Park safely.
Are y'all also looking at doing some sort of striping on the pavement so that way it indicates that people can cross over to the park?
Crosswalks?
Yeah, crosswalk.
Yeah, crosswalks, and then we're also doing Meadow Place. We'll actually, hopefully, if we get funding for this, have a yellow stripe and bike lanes as well.
Okay. Any other discussion?
So the budget you have, is that 100% paid by the fund, or do we have a participation in that, or how's it work?
It's an 80-20 match. So the 80% would be with federal money, 20% would be the local match or city match.
So of the 384,000, we would be 20% of that?
20%.
So 70,000 roughly, okay,
Yes.
80.
Now, those are preliminary numbers because the application, it's a two-step application. So those were the preliminary numbers that were submitted with the preliminary application. They're high level. That's what was required on the preliminary phase. So we're working on the detailed application right now. So those numbers might change a little.
So the timing on all this, do we put the 80,000 in the budget for next year, Brian, or?
When would this let?
Or how do we?
It takes a while. We have to get an advanced funding agreement, just like we did with the Kingsgate project.
Yes.
That's for 6 months. Engineering is reimbursable, so we'll have to go through the procurement process. That takes a while because it's federal money, so we have to follow federal guidelines. So I would maybe a year for the engineering on the sidewalk application. But we have to have everything constructed, I think it was before, so the project must be obligated by October 28th. So with grants like this, 3 years is kind of what.
So we're going to have some scope of work that's got to be done next year, so we're going to allocate some funds for it next year, but not the full amount, I assume?
Yeah, so let's just say, for sake of argument, it starts in the next fiscal year, after October 1. We would obligate engineering funds for this, knowing that we would be paid back from TxDOT or the feds for this grant. So the engineering funds are reimbursable. Our match would be 80,000, 90,000, whatever that number ends up being, and we can budget for that in the next fiscal year. We also have that in reserves.
So we, from a timeline standpoint, so we're going to allocate budget for next year, and then they're going to do tasks, and then if we don't get awarded the funding, then it's just sunk costs, and, okay.
We'll know June. I think there's a June.
So June, that's the deadline for the detailed application. We're
October 25.
Okay.
That's when we'll know.
Yep.
But the engineering phase would be what we would start
Yep.
first, and it's reimbursable, and so is construction.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, it seems like a great thing for such little cost for us to have something where we can have people with a disability to get onto the sidewalk, to cross the road safely. It just seems like looks like a pretty good deal for us if we can get the federal funding, so.
Okay, so I'm going to call for a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-05, supporting the City of Willow Park's application to the Texas Department of Transportation's 2025 Transportation Alternatives Set Aside Call for Projects.
Second. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have a second. All ayes. Okay. So number 12, discussion and action to approve Resolution 2025-06, supporting application to the TxDOT Transportation 2025 Transportation Alternatives Set Aside Call for Projects. That's what you just did?
It's the same, I mean, yes, we
It's the
kind of lumped it in the last one too.
So we don't need to do it?
No, we need to take action on it. They just did both presentations. It's the same.
So we need to go ahead and do that again?
Yes, ma'am, we need to read, ask for a motion.
Okay, so we already had discussion, so we're going to, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve Resolution 2025-06, supporting application to TxDOT Transportation's 2025 Transportation Alternatives Set Aside TA Call for Projects.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Thank you. Number 13, discussion and action, approve
We have to have a
appointments.
vote on it.
Yeah, we got to go.
Oh,
Got to
sorry.
vote. Got to vote.
Got to vote?
Yes, ma'am.
All in favor?
All
All in
ayes.
favor?
They did vote. They did vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay, 13, discussion and action, approve appointments for 2025 Parks Board.
So
Discussion?
We had one of our members move on to another board, and he felt like he couldn't do both. So our alternate, Jerry Beerling, was moved up to his place, so we needed another alternate. And Cindy Neverdowski has submitted her application to be alternate for Parks Board.
Okay,
So if y'all would appoint 2025 Parks Board alternate as presented.
okay, discussions?
I think Cindy Neverdowski is a great choice. I would like to say Hope Olson reached out to me, and she would like to be involved with this one. So if we can get a packet to her, that'd be fantastic. So that way we have somebody else in case we have another.
Perfect.
Okay, more discussions? Nope, okay. Motion to approve the recommendation of appointments for 2025 Parks Board.
I'll make an motion to appoint the 2025 Parks Board alternate as presented.
Second.
Second, okay, done. Okay, now we're going to executive session, yes?
You got to vote. Call the vote.
I'll vote, just call it. Now we're going to executive session, is that
Yes.
correct?
That is correct. Do you want to do mayor council comments now, or you want to do it when we get out?
We get back,
Ma'am,
when we get back.
when we get back?
Well, I mean, do you have some now?
I mean, we can, it's just typically announcements, but if you want to, we had this discussion. I didn't know if
Right.
we did.
So, I get to say more. Wow, okay, here we go. So I'm excited at the prospect of meeting all the city employees, everyone, including our employees who put cement in the holes. Love that. So I want to meet with everyone, so I'm excited about that. And I talked to Chief Lacey today, who's walking through the door and doesn't know I'm saying his name. Chief Lacey, you heard me. And meeting all the police officers also. So I'm excited about that. So that's where I am, and you have anything to say?
Any council comments?
Anybody?
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who came out and voted. Really appreciate it. And thank you for everybody for coming out tonight. Really appreciate that as well. Also, I think since we are getting close to the middle of the year, we need to do our city manager's mid-year review. So I think that's one of the things we need to add to the agenda for next time. And also, I'd like to have a wastewater treatment plant update to make sure we're continuing moving forward on that progress as well, and when we anticipate cutover will be.
You want to go on a field trip?
I'd love to do a field trip as well, and we can, schedule a time, and if maybe we could send an invite out to folks, and, because it's pretty big and pretty cool looking.
And one more thing that I wanted to add is, odds are we're not going to have a meeting on the 27th because of the holiday, and it will be announced later, confirmed.
It'll be
but
confirmed
Just
later.
wanted to let people know in case they were trying to plan on that. Okay, yeah.
I got one comment. I would like to thank Mayor Moss for his 8 years of service. I've enjoyed serving with him, and I think he's done a fantastic job for our city. Want to welcome Mayor Palmer and look forward to working with you and moving forward and continuing on.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, Mayor Palmer, and we're looking very much forward to working with you and starting the budget process, because it's about to be that season.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So welcome.
Thank you.
This isn't the easiest job in the world, but congratulations.
Thank you.
I look forward to continuing our conversations. I look forward to hearing your ideas. We will be closed Memorial Day. I've been missing that date. I think it's the 26th. But we will be closed May 26th for Memorial Day. We will have a number of staff gone. How many are going with you, Tony? 3? To Fredericksburg for a TML Small Cities workshop. So we'll be a little short-staffed the rest of this week. I will be out the 29th and the 30th at the study club group in Dallas, and so look forward to doing that. And Eric is absolutely correct. We will start the budget process. We got our preliminary estimates in a week ago, and we've got some work to do.
Let's lower taxes.
That's the idea.
Perfect. Okay. Way ahead now.
Yeah, you were going to announce that we're going to do executive session.
Okay, we are going to executive session, and we will be back, yes?
You're going to...
Mayor, the process for that is to announce the time we're going to enter into the executive session at
6:52.
6:56 and read the actual agenda.
Okay. I'll go back here and read this.
You just read the 14, the language part.
14?
Yep.
Okay, section 551.071, consultation with attorney, City of Willow Park versus Half and Associates.
Correct.
That's it?
And we're going to executive session at 6:53. Bang the gavel.
Yeah, 725 over there, too. There you go. Okay, so we're back in session. No action again. And comments, I want one more, sorry. I want to thank, going forward, all the city council and Manager Grimes and the attorney for your patience that you'll still continue to have in teaching me how this works going forward. So I want to thank y'all so far for helping me explain things to me, and we'll keep doing that. And all the staff, thank y'all very much. Anything else?
No, ma'am. It's going to be hot tomorrow, so.
We were all new, and just read, take your time, and if you have questions, you always can call me. I'm always available for you.
Got your number. I got all your numbers now, so watch out. So I'm going to call for a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Second? Second. All right. Motion, vote.
Yeah.
You made the motion.
Carried. Thank you very much. Thank y'all.
Gavel it. Gavel it.
Oh!
Don't hit my phone.
Easy.
No.
No?
Up there's a good
You want
place.
it up there?
Yeah, don't hit my phone.
Tap it. Where's your phone?
Right here.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.